So hey guys, in writing news, I have resumed work on my current novel project. After receiving some encouraging feedback for the first couple of chapters, I'm going to try to focus on it a little bit more and see if I can't finish it before I switch on to something else. Because part of the problem that I run into sometimes is when I hit a rough spot, I try to switch projects to keep moving, and I think it kind of ends up resulting in me trying to go in too many directions at once. But we'll see. I'm still trying to figure out a way to address all the cognitive distortions and isms that pop up when I'm running into difficulty. When it goes smoothly, it's no problem, but I'm trying to increase my focus and actually finish some things that I'm happy with. Um, but bear with me, I'm still working on it, and hopefully I'll have something worth reporting soon. I know I say that a lot, and I'm working on that. But I do have some other updates. My new job is, it's been busy the past few weeks, honestly. It's a lot of stuff. We had a bunch of things happen out of the blue that kind of threw some things into chaos, not to mention I'm still, I guess, learning a lot of things about some of the stuff I need to do for my job and how I need to take care of some things. And I guess I've been like a little bit hesitant slash stressed about some of it, not to the point that it's caused any issues yet, but it's I don't feel, I guess, as relaxed as I did a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not saying that I necessarily feel stressed about it either, but there's a lot of stuff to do and it all needs to get done, and it's I'm hoping that maybe it's just like a busy period, but now that I'm taking on more of the regular responsibilities of the job, keeping on top of everything is a little bit of a challenge. So I'm trying to balance all of my priorities as best I can, meet the deadlines that I know I have to meet, because I have a project I have to finish on Monday, and then there's another one that I have to finish in about 9 days, and a bunch of other things that are just as soon as I can get them done sorts of things. And I'm working on everything, but I guess, I'm trying to develop a plan for the following week and see if I can make best use of it, and we'll see how all that works out. I mean, it's probably the first time, I guess, so far that I've had a little bit of reservations about my ability to do this job, because, generally speaking, I've been pretty happy with it. But I think maybe that's just me being in a little less of a comfortable position than I normally think I am, because I know my supervisor really seems to like me and seems to like what I'm doing, and I am still, at least I think anyway, within the grace period of the whole "I'm new" still being a valid excuse as to why I don't necessarily have it all handled yet, because some of the stuff I'm working on is a monthly cycle, but it's only like the second cycle I've ever been responsible for it. So the first time I had to learn how to do it, and the second time I ran into some problems that I didn't know were a problem yet, so now I do. And I've also received some additional feedback from one of my other supervisors that has kind of just been like, okay, I didn't know that before, but it'll alter my the way I prioritize certain tasks next time. So because I mean, it's all important, and it's all on my list of things to do. It's like none of it's being ignored. It's just I'm kind of trying to triage a bunch of different things all at the same time. So it's different, but it's also, I guess, I think I'm trying to look at it as a good thing for professionally and personally. It's like a matter of managing stress, of managing a lot of priorities, and keeping everything together, keeping it moving, and keeping me in a good place. Because it's like some of the stuff I'm trying to do, on personal projects, it's just like I have to decide, it's like, this is what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, and just work on it until time runs out. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be complete, you just have to work on it. and I'm trying to see if I can do that and see if that helps. Because, I mean, even if I just had one thing completed, then I think that would help me with terms of feeling like I'm just spinning my wheels. But as far as the dentist, I don't know if I mentioned this the last time, but I was having pain in the back bottom left and possibly a couple of other places, and they said that the back bottom left was one of the teeth that they were working on. They'd only done a crown for it, but they were talking about a root canal. My mom told me to try and leave it alone for a while and see if it got better on its own. And it did get better when because the dentist said the crown was moving, so she reseated it, which solved some of the problem, but not all of it. It's like um, it doesn't hurt when I eat soft things, but it does kind of hurt when I press on it with any significant amount of um, pressure. It's like I feel like hard things. It still doesn't feel like it's solid enough to crunch like a Hershey's Kiss or something. If it's been in the fridge. I mean, if it's out being warm, maybe you might be talking about something else. But we'll see. I need to decide relatively soon, though, if I think I need a root canal, because if I do, I want to do that before they fit the permanent crown. And given the fact that next week's going to be a 4-day week instead of a 5-day week, I don't know if I'll have the time to go to the dentist until the week after. So we will see. And as far as I understand it, root canals take a lot of time, so it might end up being one of those things that just breaks into 2 appointments or something. But we will see. I mean, I'll do what I gotta do, but I don't know. I just would like things to be back to normal, because this has been a big, long pain in the butt. I did get a new cell phone. It's a Motorola, and it took a little getting used to. The back, it's I guess it's mostly good phone. It's nice to have a phone that holds the battery charged, that all the buttons are where they're supposed to be. The button on my last one fell into the casing, and then I could sort of tell that it was having trouble keeping it charged. I thought perhaps there might be something wrong with the battery as well, because it wasn't holding the charge like it should. And it was also kind of the back of the casing kind of looked like it was coming loose, and I thought that maybe it might be because the battery was expanding or something, but it didn't. I couldn't tell if that was for sure. But in any case, it was definitely time to replace it, so I finally pulled the trigger on that, and I have the replacement cell phone. So that's one thing taken care of that I don't have to worry about for the next couple of years, and now it's back in one piece. So there's that. And the only thing I think that I don't like about it is that the camera on the rear of the phone doesn't lay flush. So if you lay it flat on the table, it doesn't lay flat. It just sticks up a little bit. And that's not a deal breaker. It's just a little bit, I don't know, just a little bit annoying. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's a good phone, I guess, and it'll do for the next 2 to 3 years until I need to replace it again, because I end up seeming to do that about every 2 or 3 years. Either the machine breaks or something else happens that just makes it become unusable, because Shag doesn't use his phone nearly as much as I do. I use mine pretty much on a daily basis for various things. And also, if you're one of the people that texts and messages me a lot, just be aware that I may be less responsive because I'm trying to, particularly during certain periods of the day, stay focused and not let my phone distract me, because some of the stuff I'm doing, I really need that focus these days. It's like these past couple of days at work, I haven't really had my phone out, just because I don't have time to look at it unless it's lunch. Of course, obviously on a lunch break that's different, but if I'm trying to focus and concentrate and work on something, it's like same sort of scenario. Now, I also was hoping to work on at least a couple of scripted videos today, or at least one maybe, but unfortunately, at least at the moment anyway, none of them are ready to be put into the production phase, or really even the pre-production phase, because I'm reading about three novels that I plan to review. However, none of them have yet been finished because I was hoping I would have, I guess, more finished by this point. So, I mean, what I might do is just put it off and see if I can work on it on Monday. If I have one of them read by Monday, I might be able to do a review then, just to kind of keep on track a little bit. But I mean, if not, I guess I can always just, you know, the next time I get a chance to work on videos, maybe work on two at a time or something, and see how it goes. Because I mean, if it's all written and it's all ready, I can write and film it all at once, and then it's just a matter of editing, which I can really do anytime if I have to. But I think part of the problem, at least, well, not really a problem, but part of the thing was that I was reading a bunch of books. I'm, I was making good progress building up a buffer, and I'm kind of, I guess, losing a little bit of that buffer because for a little while I was reading slow, and now I mean I'm reading two books and I'm somewhere around the halfway mark, but I still need to make more progress in my reading. And I also picked up, let's see, I still have I think I got the Red Vixen collection from Royce Day that I have to look at least in some capacity. I don't necessarily know what he sent me. I still really haven't looked at it, but it might be a whole bunch of short stories. It might be a collection of novels. I don't know. But in any case, of course, if it's a bunch of novels, I'm only going to be able to review them one at a time. And that kind of depends on interest / time availability and scheduling and other such things. Because, I um, I'd like to I like to try and review fandom books. I try and like to review Star Trek and Firefly and other sci-fi, just pretty much whatever crosses my path. Just kind of like I have been doing with, here's what the book is, here's what it's about, here's kind of what I thought about it with a non-spoilery way as possible, unless there's something in the conclusion in particular which I feel is necessary to discuss, in which case I always try and put a spoiler warning when you get to that part of the video, so that if you don't want to read that part, or if you want to see for yourself and then go back and see if what I thought jives with what you thought, that's something that, there's that as well. But right now I am reading a Firefly book that's about Inara. Well, I mean about Inara indirectly, I should say, because so far she hasn't appeared most of the book, but it's set sometime between the series and the movie, sometime after Inara and Book have left the ship. And the other thing I'm reading right now is one of the Star Trek books that I missed, the Star Trek The Next Generation book, Greater Than the Sum, which so far, from what I can tell, it seems to be when the crew kind of, I guess, solidified into its, more or less, its final incarnation in the post-Nemesis Litverse. Because, as you may or may not know, after Nemesis, for the next 2 decades, the Star Trek novelists were pretty much allowed to craft a shared universe with all of the television characters and just kind of write whatever plot lines that Paramount approved. It's like, as long as Paramount said it was okay, they were free to do it. So, that's what they did, and they crafted a really interesting shared universe, and it was something that I was sad to see come to an end. But, of course, now we also know, if we didn't before, that the media has to reflect the current status of the property at the time. So, all the novels going forward are probably going to be Strange New Worlds, Picard, Discovery, or whatever else. And that being said, this meant that the Litverse kind of reached its natural conclusion, so the authors had wrapped it up in a satisfying way, and now I'm going back to read a few of the ones that I'm pretty sure I missed. And this is one of them. I mean, so far I liked it. I mean, I'll give more detail in my actual review, but I guess that's about it for now. And since unfortunately for me, I do not have a scripted video to work on, I guess I'll probably be working on that. Maybe develop another video script that I can work on the next time, or just maybe do some more reading for my review or something. I don't know, just something to I guess, work towards the goal, because even if you're not necessarily working on the specific thing that you plan to, I need to be able to make sure that I'm just moving forward and not just sitting here wasting time panicking or being frustrated that I didn't accomplish as much as I wanted, because I know that's something that I run into sometimes. But that is it for now. I will give you guys another update in a couple weeks. Hopefully it'll be good news, but I mean, we'll find out. But I'll tell you this much, though. In 2 weeks, I'll have an idea of what's going on with the dentist. I will be hopefully clear of what's currently plaguing me at work, one way or another. And other than that, we'll see. But hopefully I'll have some good news for you guys. I mean, I really hope that when I talk to you in 2 weeks that I am, I guess, more relaxed and more chill and more laid back and all that good stuff. So, wish me luck, and I will catch you guys later.
If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Catch you later.